I don't even know if I've had that thought since it ended, because the only thing I can think of and evaluate is my own performance and what I've done to help this team or not done. And when I look at the series, I just know it wasn't good enough for my end. There's certain players that are expected to step up in the biggest moments, and I think those players are all disappointed with the way it went down. And I know it was very emotional after the game, but it's because we put so much into it. When you look at the course of the season, it's not just the training. It's mentally how we prepare. It's all the sacrifices we make, whether it's family time or social life or any of those things, because it pales in comparison. Don't get me wrong. Trust me, I love my family. But look, all the time that's spent away from them, whether it's doing training or road trips or appearances or any sort of preparation that comes with it, is an understanding that we're working towards the ultimate goal of being champions. And even talking to my kid, Eli, after the game, of course, he doesn't fully grasp the scope of everything that's going on, but he said, "Oh, there's next game, Daddy." And there isn't a next game, right? So you look at the 10-month experience and the journey and everything that we've gone through, the ups and downs. And everything is preparing us for these big moments. And yet, it's another season where the big moment was too big for us. In the last 3 days for me, as I'm introspective and reflecting on everything that's gone on, I'm trying to figure out how I can do better, how I can be better, if I can be better.
Do you look at the personal successes of you, your teammates, your shutout streak, Brad winning another Golden Boot? Does that hedge some of your feelings in terms of the success of the season?
No, I think that's the most difficult part about it. Even those things that you mentioned, I forgot they happened, right? Because when I look at the guys in this locker room, guys aren't playing for these awards. They're not playing for these personal accolades. We're playing to take this organization to the next level, to take everything about this club to a level that they haven't been before and that we continue to dream about. If anything, I just feel bad for our fan base who agonizingly have supported us for 21 years, and for them to see us come up short again. I hope they come back next year. I hope they come back next year. But as far as your question in individual awards, it's not even a thought. The only thought is how disappointed I am with my own personal performance in the series and what is required of me to be better next year and to help everyone else reach a level that we know we're capable of.
You've been through different iterations of this team, with different coaches, different players. And you guys have made good runs the last 4 years, 2 conference finals, 2 conference semifinals. I know you've been touching on it, but what do you guys need to take that jump and then hit your ultimate goal that you're looking for?
I don't know. I hope during the off season, not just me, but everyone else that's involved figures that out, because you can't say that we aren't a talented team. You can't say that we're not committed. You can't say that we possess the necessary workmanlike attitude or humility that's necessary to approach every challenge. You can't say that we didn't want it. The desire is there. It remains there. What we're dealing with right now is a great deal of disappointment. I don't think we're discouraged. I think discouraged is more of a mindset. We're just dealing with the emotional part of disappointment. However, we're also at a crossroads, right? Realistically, we're at a crossroads where none of us know for sure or with 100% certainty what our future looks like and if it's going to be at this organization. So when I look back at what we've accomplished the last 5 seasons, there's been a lot of great things and there's been a lot of firsts. Yet ultimately, my time here is going to be judged on if I can help this organization win MLS Cup, and so far, I haven't reached that point.
Mike sounded frustrated, if not angry, about the fact that you guys went on a 20-game winning streak, and then when it came to the playoffs, you guys just couldn't get it done. Talked about the the system, the MLS system. Other coaches throughout the longer tenured coaches like Bruce Arena, Siggy, they've shown a propensity to not care about supporters, should not really care about the standings, just try to make it to the playoffs and take it from there. They rest guys during the middle of the season. Do you think you guys maybe work too hard during the regular season? And
I would say that if we started the same lineup every game. But in those 20 games, you look at Champions League and how many young players got invaluable experience. The guys that are going to take this organization to the next level. Guys that are going to be involved in the national team picture in the not-so-distant future. For them to go internationally and help this organization be successful and take that next step of qualifying for the knockout stage, I think that's enough reason for us not to think that we weren't resting players. It wasn't about resting players. It was about rotating players so that guys get experience, and we did that. I mean, down the stretch, were we maybe pushing it so that we could qualify for Champions League, so that we could get the seed? Absolutely, but that's part of the season. I think if anyone knew the clear-cut strategy to winning MLS Cup, it would probably be Bruce Arena. But even that, he doesn't win every year. So everyone's going to have an opinion, and everyone's going to have a thought about what can change. But ultimately, I don't think about the 20-game winning streak. I don't think about the format of the playoffs. I just think we have certain guys that possess a great deal of quality, and it's because they possess that quality and character we're able to reach some pretty successful levels this year. But when it came down to crunch time, we didn't make plays. And I think that's what stings so much when I talk about my own personal feelings and the reflection of their feelings, what they've shared, is this organization puts so much faith, so much hope, so much trust in us. And in those big moments, we can repay them. And we didn't.
Do you look at your play? Sorry. Do you look at your play, the first Piatti goal, and think maybe you could have done better on it?
Yeah, unfortunately, that play has haunted my dreams the last 3 nights. In one of those situations where he ends up hitting a knuckle, and even as I see the ball knuckling, I think I get enough of my hand on it, but then it hits the crossbar and goes in. So, yeah, those plays are always going to haunt me, but even though it feels negative right now, it's those plays that will continue to motivate me each and every day to stay after training, to keep working on my craft, to be better, to not worry about my experience or how many games I've played or how many shutouts I've had, how many wins I've had, how many awards I've won. It's those plays that let me know I can still improve, that I can still be better, and that mentality is not going to change.
Assuming that you're still with the club next year, you have matches coming up in February. You go right into the playoff format. How do you stay ready? How do you stay fit and jump right back into it?
Just mentally and physically, I'll take the next couple weeks off so I can recharge, spend time with my family. Even throwing out the idea of interning and trying something completely different, utilizing the off season to just explore, because at the end of the day, or sooner rather than later, I am on the wrong side of 30, and that means I'm going to be doing something other than goalkeeping. So I would like, with, I guess, the luxury of time right now, because we're not playing, to explore some other things and just see what else is out there. But after 2-3 weeks, it's very important, not only for me, but for everyone, to understand the challenge. And it's a new challenge. It's one that this organization has yet to face. But if we can come in fit, fresh, yet the sort of endurance that's necessary to endure a quick preseason, I think that puts us in a good position. The only thing that really works to our benefit is that we're playing a team that's in a similar position. It would be a lot more formidable challenge if we had to go up against a team that's mid-season. That doesn't necessarily placate the importance or even minimize the preparation that's required, but it does in some way level the playing field.
What do you think of Piatti's post-game comments about you guys being a good regular season team but not a weak playoff team?
The part that stings about it is I can't refute it right now. Right? If I had an MLS Cup to point to, then I can say this guy is an idiot. But unfortunately, his comments sting because they're accurate. Right? He made plays, his team made plays, and I hope them the best of success for the rest of the season. But if you're asking if there's any sort of negative or hostile feeling towards it, no. Because he's probably saying what everyone's thinking anyways.